everyone, Squee913. Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Trilogy Ironman Edition. We just got finished showing off our new Geth toy to all the Quarians and having them go ooh and ah. And now we're gonna go kill other Geth toys.
In this episode, you might hear pursuers.
And unfortunately, in this episode, you will definitely hear me, and I'm sorry.
It's under our control.
Raffle.
With luck, it will help us retake the All-Right.
If you say so. Per Admiral Aran's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard of West Normandy.
Okay.
Let's head to the All-Right.
Of course.
Let's
I'll
do
unlock the shuttle
this.
now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kira Selai.
Come on, Tali, my BFF. Let's do this. Of course, I have the cane with me for some reason, because I didn't think to change that. Alright, let's get my armor and barrier up.
It's always good.
Yes.
You know your main skill.
And because, you know, if I don't do it now, I'll forget once the action starts.
Why does it hurt so much?
Why? All of the pain.
Successful shot.
Yes, that was a successful shot. Good job, Legion.
Enemy disabled.
Yes, the enemy is disabled. Good job, Legion. Talk about Mr. Obvious.
God, he's like Hercules. Man, I'll talk about that later.
Warning, enemy using optical camouflage.
Yes, there is an enemy using optical Legion.
Object light weaponry.
You just like the facts. Can't hold on
He's a
to like
facts
the
man.
facts. He's really into facts.
Everything's got shields. Stop it with the shields. I'm trying to kill you. I don't think they're
Why
listening.
don't you die in one hit?
This is normal, not insanity.
Oh man, insanity. Just bringing down their shields was like a chore.
Yep.
Once they got to the squishy health bar though.
You know, I was actually thinking the other day, I love, you know, Mass Effect's, and I've said this 100 times before, but it's my favorite video game series. And, you know, I've Let's Played it, I did a Mass Effect with
This is
friends.
one of the storage units I
No one cares about it,
like
Tali.
parts from a
I mean,
disabled
yes,
repair drone,
it's important.
plus a reflex
Talk to me.
algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Anyway, what I was saying is,
Acknowledged.
I've done, you know, Let's Plays and Let's Play with friends, and now I'm doing the Ironman Let's Play. And I could see myself, like, in a year, missing Mass Effect and wanting to play it again, and you know, it's like, where do you go from there, right? So...
Into space.
I've actually, like, I would consider it. Of course, it depends on how hard Mass Effect 3 is, because I've done much better at this than I expected. I expected this to take much longer and die several times each game, and now it looks like I have a chance of getting all the way through 2 on my first try.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
What are you talking about? I don't stop.
Constantly knock your wood.
Yep,
I
all
have
the
a machine
time.
that does it.
And I have no idea how hard Mass Effect 3 is going to be. I assume it'll be difficult. But let's say I get through it without too many problems and all that. I could consider in the future doing like another Iron Man, but on a harder difficulty. Probably not Insanity, because that's ridiculous. But maybe like Veteran,
come in handy.
Hardcore.
Heck, you could try doing it with a different character.
I could. Yeah, well, actually, the thing is, I could. But I think that as much as I love Sentinel on Iron Man run-throughs, I think I could probably do just about as well with some of the other classes. Because yes, the Sentinel shielding is great, and it has saved my butt a few times, but I'm sure that you know, infiltrators camouflage would have worked well, or the drones aggro draw. But who knows? Like, but basically the point is that I could see myself, you know, after I beat Mass Effect 3 Iron Man in like 2 years, considering doing it again with another class, a harder difficulty, etc., and then like 20 years down the road, when I'm an old Let's Player, you'll see me do the Insanity run with the Vanguard.
Indeed.
Oh, in Inferno, I realized that we were probably on different wavelengths.
Mm-hmm.
What you see as a mouse, I'm pretty sure is what I see as a dreidel.
Well, that's probably what you. That is probably what you see as
Not a
dreidel, too.
pitchfork.
Yeah, the pitchfork is the other one. For me, it just looks like a rake upside down, or yeah, like a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of see the mouse for the dreidel.
Yeah.
But dreidel just sounds funnier.
Weapons ready.
Reminds me of those like pyramid puzzles as a kid, where it's like, oh man, how do I make a pyramid? Is it the smaller one, then the largest one, and medium? No.
You know what, guys? By the way, since we're getting close to the end of Mass Effect 2, like, literally, we could beat this tonight if I don't die. We need to start thinking about Mass Effect 3. What class would give me the best survivability? Oh, gosh.
I assume it would be Vanguard again, but I guess.
Well, you mean Sentinel?
Taking fire.
Vanguard and survivability are not words that go hand in hand.
See me when I'm playing multiplayer.
I saw you glitch through the map.
That was fun. I was flying.
By the way, how's the volume levels, people? Like, is the game volume good compared to voices and all that? I probably should have done that before I started recording. But, no, I would assume that Sentinel would be the best class, and that's what I'm thinking of. But, I've heard that Adept is actually really good in Mass Effect 3. And maybe Adept with, like, Barrier and maybe Fortification could be just as good as Sentinel. Really gotta look into it.
You can't have both, I think.
Oh.
It basically, Sentinel is the only one who can have 2 defense ups.
Oh, I see. But I've heard Adept is like really good in 3 once you get the synergy and you got it going. And so I'm curious to look at people. Vanguard, it's not, again, Vanguard and survivability do not go hand in hand.
But I think in this game and the other one, the third game specifically, when I was talking about this one and the other one. When you actually like charge into somebody and hit them with that thing,
The Nova?
yes, it gets them up right in front of you, which is not good for a lot of enemies, but it does erase your shields all the way back to full.
Yes, and then you do Nova and takes your shields all the way down to bottom, and that's the whole point
No,
of...
you don't do Nova.
This
Well, then what's the
console might
fun?
have something. Most of the data is corrupted. but
Well,
a
do
few
you want to
bits are
live or
left.
do you want to die?
See, here's the problem though. There's no way that you can convince me that Vanguard is not high risk, high reward, because even though it does get your shields back up, it gets your shields back up by getting directly in front of the enemy's face so that he can then take it back down again. It's good, but I'm not going to be convinced it's as good as the Sentinel shield.
Oh yeah, the friggin' like the safest, most precautionary one would be just like straight up damage reduction that the Sentinel has.
But see,
And
the thing I'm thinking is maybe Adept would be a better combination. Like you can get the barrier for the damage reduction and maybe some good offense or crowd control, because crowd control is important too. I mean, it's really important when you're trying to survive this. All right, hang on, let me get this through this conversation.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Tali, where's your face?
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different
Trapped in the
disruptive hacking
JP.
techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our home world.
I remember the first time I played this game, and of course I romanced Tali the first time I played this game, but that hit all of my feels because she was like, damn the pilgrimage, I wish I'd never done it, and I'd be like, but you never met me?
Well, I don't think that's what she meant, but...
Well, of course, but, you know. Alright,
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
So here's an idea, guys. People in the chat, if you feel so inclined while I'm doing this, comb the interwebs. I'm sure there's got to be some forums and guides on there where people who have attempted to Ironman Mass Effect 3 and see what success levels they had at different classes. To see maybe if there's something we're missing. Because right now, I'm with Piff. I think Sentinel's probably the safest bet. But I'm not really, all told, that familiar with Mass Effect 3. I've only played through it once with one class. Well, I did kind of a run through with an infiltrator, but I didn't even get to Tachanka. So my experience with Mass Effect 3, especially with different classes, is not really that extensive.
What do you play for now?
What did I play? I played the soldier class. I picked soldier class from like the first Mass Effect, right? And I had them specialize in pistol. And I just kept importing the characters from second and third. So I just stuck with it. So unfortunately it was a little vanilla, nothing all that great, but it's not like I didn't like biotics or anything like that, but hey, I wanted to stay consistent with my characters. So I just stuck with it.
Oh, hang on a second.
And for me, the gameplay was fun, but it always came second to the story.
That was weird. My Skype suddenly shot down to like 20%.
Yeah, that probably explains why people can't hear me.
Yeah, like all of a sudden my Skype's just like...
Can you hear me? I know my mic is down a little bit, but I had it down to this level before, and
you should be fine now. It was literally, it was like within the last 10 seconds everything got really quiet. And for some reason it's because my Skype shot down.
Anyways, for the people in the chat, just to sum it up, I played Soldier. I stayed with Soldier. It's not all that interesting, but the game, it was the story that really got me more than... The gameplay was fun, don't get me wrong. It was engaging and great. But what kept me going was the story and the characters. And
Here's a good question, because I heard this. So I'm assuming you've played Soldier in the other games as well, too.
Yes, I played it throughout the entire trilogy. The only time I went through the trilogy was with the Soldier.
I was told that in Mass Effect 3 they actually made the Soldier deeper. Like they gave him more options. Like in other words, he was much more play. He was much more fun to play in 3 than in say 2 or 1, where it was just so generic, just shoot guns.
I think 1 was pretty good though.
Yeah, one had some really nice abilities.
Like if you want to tank things.
Oh, that's what I did. Mass Effect 1 I did as a soldier for all the tank abilities.
Oh, it's so good for being a tank.
I played him more as a sharpshooter, but just with the pistol, because other than sniper rifles, pistols were the next accurate thing, right? You can fire them off pretty quickly too. You didn't get a lot of distance, but at medium range, they were fun. And by Mass Effect 2, when I got the Paladin, oh my god, who cares about the other guns? Because that one was sexy. It blew off faces left, right, and center.
Paladin?
Or the Carnifex, maybe, is what it was called.
I was gonna say, Paladin's only in 3. Carnifex is... Wait, what type of gun are we talking about?
Pistol.
Okay, the hand cannon.
The hand cannon, yeah. I thought it was called a Paladin, but I'm confusing with 3. It's been a while since I played the game.
All right, hang on. Let me go do Tali and her daddy melodrama thingy. And, that's not really melodrama. I shouldn't say that. That's rude.
Yeah, there need to be music for him.
Normal drama.
Daddy's baby's daughter's drama.
No, 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 no. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop the VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangel and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
I actually would have to say that I think Mass Effect 3 is still the best game in the series, even with the problems. There are some serious problems, but overall, and like I was saying the other day, is that, you know, the 99% they got right, got so right that it was just the best video game I've ever played.
I love 3's gameplay, and it had some really nice stories in it. Like really nice stories. I would still say 2 is the best out of the series, just because there is no baggage with it.
Yeah, let me put it this way though. If you're looking for the game that makes you feel the best at the end, it's definitely 2.
Depending on how you end it.
Right, like,
But,
well, yeah, because, like, okay, I'll put it this way. When I finished Mass Effect 2, I sat there, I watched the whole credits, absolute in awe, loved the game, and immediately started back up. When I finished 3, even though I thought 3 was a better game, even though I thought it was the best game, when I finished that one and watched the credits, I scratched my head and then went into a corner and cried.
Yeah. And actually, sorry, just to go back, Sora, Dragon Caliber said Soldier, Adept, and Vanguard are good if you want to Iron Man it. And I have to kind of concur. When I did my Soldier playthrough of Mass Effect 3, I think I died twice, and I wasn't trying to Iron Man it. Like, I did not die all that often. At all. Through the entire game. It was only 2 times. I do remember that, so.
I wonder, so, Soldier, Adept, Vanguard, I'm not gonna, no. No, I understand, Alpha was even saying, I understand that there is survivability for the Vanguard if you treat them properly, but it's gonna take practice that I don't have. I'm just Vanguard, I'm gonna screw up. I mean, and you guys gotta think, we're talking Iron Man, we're talking an entire 20 to 30 hour game, one bad rush, one bad biotic charge, and I start over. So that's the problem with the Vanguard, is that one bad charge, boom, you're dead. Soldier, I'll definitely take a look at, because I don't know much about Soldier in that game. And Adept, I've heard that too. I've heard that Adept is good. I'm not sure why. I think, if I remember correctly, it was because you have, of course, you have Barrier, which is always good, and it has such good crowd control that you can just control the whole map. You know, you use Singularity, you use Stasis Bubble, and you use your Warp to set off biotic explosions, and you're basically like just the ultimate crowd controller. So I don't know. I'm seriously going to have to take a look at... I can see myself...
some research, yeah.
I can give you my exact build and purpose between every single thing that I've done, because I went for a pure defense thing, because that's how I played all 3 games. I was trying to find the beefiest character.
I will certainly want that when the time comes. Now let's get through Mass Effect 2 first.
Yeah,
And,
don't put the cart before the horse.
but it does look like I'm going to be looking heavily at Sentinels, Adepts, and maybe Soldier.
You should probably put on your shield. Not to say
No.
what to do, but
No, it's good. The fight's
Yeah.
over.
He's good. He's good, Piff. All right. But
Console is linked to the main
the
hub
thing
via
is, though,
menu.
I mean, the further you get into the
Disabling
trilogy,
shut
the
down
more
any
dire it
block
is when
list.
you.
Not
Trust
really,
some of the
because each game's a
recordings
checkpoint.
remained intact.
Oh, you're making each game a checkpoint?
Yeah. I don't start at Mass Effect 1. That's. Look, I'm crazy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do
That crazy.
that.
No. Each game is a checkpoint. So if I die like right now, I just start Mass Effect 2 over.
Oh, okay.
I gave myself at least that out. Because, okay, here's the simple truth. I love Mass Effect 1. You can
That'd be
only play it so many times before you get sick of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
and I could see myself playing Mass Effect 2 several times and not getting tired of it. I had to do Mass Effect 1 basically 1.5 times, and by the time I finished it, I was ready for Mass Effect 2. And if I had to go all the way back, if I get to say 2/3 of the way through Mass Effect 3 and then face the prospect of having to go back to Mass Effect 1, I'd never finish this.
You know, and it's only fair too, because when you Iron Man a game, you Iron Man one game. You
Right.
don't Iron Man in all the games.
Right. Alright,
That makes sense.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have
I
to.
was just thinking.
I know.
Oh,
This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more geths to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but when this comes up in the trial, we can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rail Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Yay! It's gone now. What someone was saying is go for Adept if you want survivability and fun, because the Sentinel's defensive skills, your recharge rate is crap. But see, I would accept that, because,
I will tell you, freaking right now, bullshit. I played with fairly heavy guns, and both of those like defense things on constantly. I had no problems with recharge time.
Yeah, I was told that especially some of your abilities like Throw, that has an insane recharge rate anyway, you can still use that on a regular basis. But the thing is, even if I did have to rely heavily on guns in Mass Effect 3, that's not a bad thing. You can still have a damn fun time. Just especially with the customization, you can choose any weapon you want and all that stuff. It's good times. All right, let's go save Tali's butt.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
You didn't waste much time declaring us dead. Go get your ship.
We apologize, Shepard. Your success in taking back the Alarai is very unexpected.
But also very welcome.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Ooh, I always wanted to do the rally of the crowd, but just epic speech is epic.
Tali
Yeah.
helped me defeat Saren and
is.
the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance.
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
Yay!
That was,
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf.
This old song and dance
Thank you for being there
again.
for my father.
Shepard, we've already told you multiple times, there's no Reapers at all.
oh,
Actually,
just a myth.
Actually, the Quarians seem to be one of the few that were willing to accept the possibility, at least. Like, none of them in Mass Effect 2, none of them at the ship denied or argued against Shepard when he said the Reapers were coming back. And I'm guessing it was because they had so much respect for Tali that if Tali said it, they were like, okay, it's possible. We need to... Because they never argued that the Reapers aren't coming. They basically just argued, well, if they are coming, we had to be ready.
They dismissed that claim.
I know. I do want to point out, because I was saying in an earlier episode, someone was asking which one I like, Mark Meer or Jessica Hill, male Shep or femme Shep, voice actor better. And I always said that I thought Mark or male Shep made a better Paragon, and femme Shep did the better Renegade. And this is a perfect example. I think that I love male Shep's voice. I think that he did a great job. But Jennifer Hale or femme Shep is so good at yelling people down. You know, like that speech is so much better when she gives it, because she knows how to shout at people. But also she's got that whole
Important skill.
She's got that whole, when she goes renegade, she gets kind of quiet and intimidating. Whereas male Shep, a lot of times it just kind of sounds forced. And the other way around is true for me, in the sense that when male Shep is being Paragon and compassionate, he feels much better, like much more realistic. Whereas femme Shep kind of feels like she's phoning it in, or not phoning it, faking it. Like she doesn't care, but she's trying to. Hey, Kriana, you want to get in the call? We can have the whole gang.
Banners? Yeah, the whole gang.
We can have the whole
Woo, gang.
Yay. Let me finish this conversation.
I'll start on our
Still
spray
go back in
paint
and get your
sign.
eggs out if you want.
Using a little
Thanks.
flower
But I'm fine with things like this.
bush.
It's It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's our game. It's our game tag.
I got
We have a game tag?
Yes.
I got you.
Very happy sun. Some clouds.
Conversation?
Come on, Tali, Zora, Boss Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh, what's this?
I don't know. What is that, Shepard? Let's go ahead and end this episode here, while you try and figure out what the heck that is they gave you. Bye, everyone.